Good afternoon. I am pleased to have with us today two ladies who have written a book, and it's dedicated to their grandchildren, one of whom is in the back there illustrating the books for us. That's Gracie. The book, well, I'm going to let you tell them how the book came about. Gracie Kovacs and Vicki Miller. And they're longtime friends of mine, and the book is really great, and I hope you enjoy it.
I'm from East Windsor, Vicki's from Kansas City. And this book came about because at the time it was written, my children lived far away, and my daughter was pregnant, and I thought, oh no, they live so far away, how am I ever going to see them in the summer, because we have a little place down the shore. And up came the idea, well, maybe someday when they're old enough, they'll come visit us. And I thought, that's the book to write, because I wanted to do something to lead to the kids, And then that's how it started.
We went bicycle ride, and we said,
Down the shore.
So we should do something together someday, like write a book, so.
That's where it started, and that's where we are now. So in the meanwhile, my one grandson was born, then Gracie was born, and they moved here to the area. So the only two I have living far away are in Knoxville, Tennessee. So the book is dedicated to my three grandchildren and her great niece, and this is one of them, Gracie. So Gracie, you gonna help Graham? Okay. Should we start reading? You can help me read? Say hi to everybody. Say hi. I'm busy. I'm very busy. So, okay, we'll start reading the book here. And it's a story about a grandchild that goes and visits their grandparents far away. They live far away. They spend a week down the shore and do a lot of fun things. So I'll start by reading, and she'll start showing you. Okay. I live in a city far from my grandma and grandpa. They live by the beach, and I love to visit them, especially in the summer. Sometimes Mommy and Daddy pack up our car and drive to my grandma and grandpa's house. Mommy and Daddy pack lots of games to play and books to read in the car because it takes a long time to drive there. Sometimes we even get on an airplane to visit them. I like to go on an airplane because we get to Grandma and Grandpa's house really fast. Now one summer, Grandma and Grandpa invited just me to come visit them down the shore for a whole week. I was so excited, and Mommy and Daddy packed all my favorite toys in my little suitcase and took me to the airport. And on this page, there's room to draw your favorite toys. Before I got on the airplane, my Mommy and Daddy hugged and kissed me and told me to have fun down the shore with Grandma and Grandpa. I could tell they were really going to miss me, but I would be back soon. The people who work on the airplane put me in a special seat close to them so they could watch me and make sure I was safe during the airplane ride. It was fun looking out of the windows and seeing all the clouds in the sky. And on this page you could draw different shaped clouds and color skies. When the plane landed and I got off, I saw my grandma waving. She was so happy to see me and gave me a big hug and a kiss. Grandpa was waiting for us in the car. When we left the airport, we drove to the house at the shore. Grandma and Grandpa talked about all the fun things we were going to do together on my visit. How many of you have been to the shore? Oh, yeah. As soon as we got to their house, we all put on our bathing suits and Grandma and Grandpa took me to the beach. I even remembered to bring my pail and shovel. Grandma and Grandpa brought the beach towels, the beach umbrella, and some really good snacks. The sand is so soft and is fun to play in. I like the way it feels between my toes, but sometimes the sand gets real warm from the sun, and Grandma tells me to wear my shoes so that when I walk on the sand, the bottoms of my feet won't get hot. When my hands and feet are wet though, the sand sticks to them and I have to be careful not to rub my eyes so I don't get sand in them. Grandma rubs a special cream all over my face and arms and legs so that the sun won't make my skin all red and hurt. Sometimes I even have to wear a hat. The sun is sure bright. And on this page, you can have some of your hats. I love playing in the ocean, but I have to be careful because the waves are very big and loud, but I like the sound the ocean makes. How many of you have been in the ocean? You have to wait kind of to low tide, right, so the waves aren't too big. They can be pretty rough, right? The ocean water is a little cold and sometimes makes me shiver. But after I play in it for a few minutes, it feels just right. Come on, Grandpa, come in the ocean with me and we all hold hands and jump up and down in the waves. I really love my Grandma and Grandpa.
Sometimes Grandma takes me for a walk along the beach so we can look for seashells. I find lots of pretty seashells and I put them in my pail. Sometimes I have to dig them out of the sand with my shovel. Have you guys ever dug seashells out of the sand with your hands or shovel?
Save them, painted them. Yeah.
Sometimes Grandpa helps me build a sandcastle with my shovel and pail. That is so much fun, but a wave always comes and knocks it down. It makes me sad, but Grandpa helps me build another one. I really love my Grandpa. He makes me feel special. Have any of you ever built a sandcastle?
Wow. Did the waves wash it away?
No?
No? Good.
And on that page, you can draw a sandcastle. Grandma bakes my favorite chocolate chip cookies. She packs us a lunch basket with sandwiches and my favorite cookies, and we bring it to the beach to eat at lunchtime. I really love my grandma. She makes me feel very special too. After lunch, we get my beach ball and play catch. Sometimes I miss the ball and it goes into the ocean. Grandma runs after it.
Yeah.
Someday when I'm bigger, I'll be able to run into the ocean all by myself. On that page, you can draw your beach ball. Sometimes Grandpa and I go on a big pier and try to catch crabs with a big net. Grandpa tells me to be real careful not to touch the crabs because their claws are really sharp. One time I caught 2 crabs. My grandpa only caught 1. It's such a fun weekend.
Did anybody ever go crabbing? I don't know. I have to be so careful, right?
The day came when I had to leave Grandma and Grandpa's house at the shore and get back on the airplane to fly home. I was very sad to leave my Grandma and Grandpa, but I missed my Mom and Dad. I couldn't wait to see them again and tell them all about my trip to the beach. When I got off the plane, I saw my Mom and Dad wave to me, and they both gave me big hugs and kisses. They were so happy to see me. All the way home from the airport, I told them all the fun things I did at the beach with Grandma and Grandpa. I was really happy to be back home, but I sure do miss my Grandma and Grandpa. Later that night, when I was getting ready for bed and took off my shoes, guess what I saw? I started smiling and yelled real loud to my Mommy and Daddy, "There's sand in my shoes! There's sand in my shoes! It must be from the beach." Mommy said we could save the sand in a jar and put it on my dresser. Now every time I look at that special jar of sand, I can close my eyes and remember all the fun I had with Grandma and Grandpa. I'll especially remember playing in the ocean, building sand castles, and playing catch with the beach ball. I can't wait to visit them again.
Yeah, let's take the
Enjoy
little
that.
books in order.
Thank you very much.
I hope thank you for having us.
Did you enjoy that story? Yeah. How many of you have been to the beach with your grandma and grandpa? Okay.
That's yours. Hey, Pa.
How many of you just have
Thank you.
been to the
Just
beach
said
with
Papa.
mom, your daddy, or anybody? Just about everybody, huh? Well, Gracie's looking for. Gracie's gonna go to the beach too. She's looking for.